just generate some conversation about manufacturing of guns and the laws behind that, because I think that's, you know, create rules to ban automatic weapons, but if they're still creating automatic weapons, it's kind of like, so I mean, on a mass level though, I'm not sure how that breaks down to a minute level, but I think there should be some conversation about the creation of automatic weapons and that's my idea.
There's a lot of sensationalism around like the individual, like the shooter, you know, there's gonna be so much news stories about, you know, who this person was, what, you know, like what could drive a individual to do something like this. But I think it's always important to kind of like broaden the scope or the focus of things. And, you know, one thing could be just like the mental health kind of support that we have within our communities. You know, things around gun control, but like also gun education, and you know what I mean? You know, rather than looking at the one specific incident and kind of like, you know, this person was a bad person, like, you know, although that's obvious, you know, it doesn't really solve anything if we just get rid of this one person, and you know, it's just gonna happen again. So we gotta look at like what's causing this, like why are young, you know, mostly men, you know, committing these kind of like violent acts. You know, what about our culture allows this, fosters this kind of attitude, and then, you know, blast them on TV for it. Like, you know, a lot of people just do it just for the attention, you know what I mean? So I think it'd be important to look at how media can even play a role. You know, I don't know if it's really helping.
I think like the schools, like this is not the first situation where something that happened in the schools, and it's like kids go to school thinking they're gonna get education, and they just sit in the classroom and they don't know what's going on. Like that's not really safe, and they're supposed to be security guards outside and just watching and stuff, but it's really not. And when they be like, they gonna put the school on lock, they don't tell y'all why they put the school on lock. They just lock it down, and y'all just in there and don't know what's going on. Don't know if something's gonna come in the classroom and just shoot all y'all nothing. And it's like, you're not really safe at school. Like you're not safe at school at all. Like it's still dangerous at school because you're not really being watched. It's like there's no telling who can walk up in there because you just sit in the office, just waiting on parents to pick up students and stuff like that. You know, like it's not safe. It's not cool.
You might notice that something's off sometimes, maybe they're sad or they're not feeling so good. If we just walk around these doors, these halls without knowing each other, then how do we know who, you know, how do we know our own environment? How do we know who to trust? How do we know how to approach people? Maybe certain people don't like to be approached a certain way. You know, just to getting to know each other, starting at RYSE first, at your school first, in your family, is important.
I used to be lost, now I'm no longer blind. I can see the signs when I read between the lines. One day I know the sun gon' shine. Every day I get up, the past in the back of my mind. I used to be lost, now I'm no longer blind. I can see the signs when I read between the lines. One day I know the sun gon' shine. I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up. I refuse to. My name is Young Puka, people. That's me. And every day I wake up, I go outside and I'm a product of my environment. I see a lot of drug dealing. Turn on the news, I see